Oil interests, civilian deaths, journalists framed as threats. These headlines make more sense when you understand how the American political system links markets, security, and force. Welcome to PopSmart, where I turn popular culture into news you can use. I'm Dr. Shan, and this is week 4 of my Films for Fighting Fascism spring syllabus for those of you who are following along. Today, we're going to talk about Syriana. Syriana is about how corrupt politicians and big oil undertake neocolonialism. This is from 2005. Everything old is new again. This movie talks about Venezuela. It talks about Iran. Syriana is loosely based on a memoir called See No Evil, which was written by a former CIA operative who worked in the Middle East. But what's interesting is while this film offers an insider's perspective, it refuses to simplify the machinations of power. This plot is complicated. If you were confused, you're not alone and it wasn't an accident. Scholars have argued that the film's very complicated, hard to understand structure is intentional because it makes the form of the film serve the function of the film, which is to show us how complicated global neoliberal systems are. They are opaque, they are labyrinthine, they are hard to trace. But at its core, Syriana is a movie about the lengths that the US political system and corporate interests will go to secure oil, and how economic success for a small number of actors can get framed as a national security issue and used to justify extrajudicial violence abroad. The name Syriana is really interesting. It's a term that was coined by Washington think tanks to refer to a hypothetical future Middle East that was Western friendly and allowed access to oil. And a lot of scholars have argued that what this film is really about is how market logic can override both ethical concerns and the philosophies and laws by which democracy operates. Corporate mergers, labor precarity, authoritarian governance, covert and overt violence. This film treats these things as part of a single system, which is why one of the taglines of this movie was "Everything is connected." What Syriana wants us to do is recognize that there isn't always a singular villain causing problems. It wants us to look at structures and systems. It doesn't ask us to believe in a conspiracy. It asks us to see how ordinary incentives produce harm. It shows how oil interests, political legitimacy, legal frameworks, and violence get braided together till market success is seen as national security, and instability everywhere becomes accepted collateral. The most unsettling thing that Syriana suggests is not that the system is breaking down. It's that the system is functioning as intended. If you've seen Syriana, did you like it? Did it change your mind in any way? I want your gut reactions. And whether you're following this syllabus or just dropped in for the first time, where are you seeing connections between power, markets, and violence in the news? Let me know in the comments.